welcome to F&S Yamaha and Marine, Hanover, Pennsylvania. Northeast's largest express dealer and one of the largest express dealers in the nation. I'm Andy. I'm the express guy here at F&S. If you contact us, more than likely you'll be speaking with me. We just got in another 2024 X21 Pro Bass. Of course, 21 foot, all welded aluminum with the Yamaha 250 Vmax SHO. That's a max horsepower for this boat. Performance wise, you're looking roughly upper 60s to 70 mile an hour, depending on how the boat's loaded. We are exclusive with Yamaha here, and so is Xpress. That's all they do, which we're very proud of that. They have great motors with great service reputation. All welded aluminum trailer, which is made in-house by Xpress. Fits the boat spot on. It makes them very easy to load and unload how they're made. See the 4 bunks there. Tandem axle. When we upgrade to brakes on both axles, once you go to tandem, brakes are standard, but then the second axle is an upgrade. Disc brakes, of course. Lighted logo trailer step, which is kind of cool. The logo lights up at night. Matching spare and mount. We sell a lot of X21s here at F&S. We actually sell more X21s than any other dealer in the nation. We are the king of the X21s. We sell lots of them. This boat has some more upgrades. High performance package. So with the high performance package, you get a 10-inch jack plate, but then I upgraded this to hydraulic. Of course, the Marine Atlas is what we get from Xpress. Also with the high performance package is a hot foot, throttle, and then in addition to that, F&S, we put in a slider bracket for the hot foot. C-Star hydraulic tilt steering, part of the package. And then also blinker trim. Blinker trim is the trim button here to put your motor up and down so the trim and tilt. And then with hydraulic jack plate, you actually get a dual blinker trim. There's another lever there behind the steering wheel for the hydraulic jack plate. It's important in a high performance boat like this to keep both hands on the wheel, so that's why they have blinker trims with that package. Also Elite package. So with the Elite package, you get upgraded trolling motor wiring, lights in all the compartments, and the live well. Upgraded fish finder to Helix 9 MSI Humminbird. Part of that standard package with the Elite is a 4-Trex Minn Kota, but then we upgrade, like I upgraded this boat for instance, to an Ultrex with MDI transducer. And this is a 112 36 volt. We do a lot of tweaks here at F&S. I do all the ordering and selling of the Xpresses, so I try to do each boat like I would do my own. Little upgrades here and there. This does have only one graph, but we welcome additional graphs. Whether you want to upgrade at the console or multiples at the console, or then add graph or graphs up front. We do a lot of that. We sell in stock pretty well all Humminbird and Minn Kota models, and also Garmin as well. Like this boat, if you want to swap out with Garmin, we'd be glad to do that. If you want to add lots of graphs, live imagings, lithium batteries, we welcome everything. We stock everything that I just talked about. Power pole, charge, C-Clear wiring harnesses for your graphs. We stock it all and do a lot of those installs. If you're not sure what that means, hit me up and I'd be glad to explain. I'd be glad to walk you through it and set you up with what best makes the most sense. Or if you already have in mind what you want, I'd be glad to make it happen as well. We have a great rigger here at F&S. He does pretty well all he does is express riggings, and he does a lot of custom installs along with that. If you check out our reputation online, we're very proud of it. Check out our Google reputation especially, and our Facebook reputation. You'll see we have great reviews. We pride ourselves here at F&S in service. We're 3rd generation. My grandfather started things in the late 40s. My dad's a current owner, and I've been here quite a while myself. That's all I've ever known is boats. But we have a great reputation, and we And along with that, we go through every boat very thoroughly to PDI it before you receive it. Not just Xpress, but every boat line in the industry. The boats need things fixed and help from what the factory did. And the good dealers will take their time and go through every boat very thoroughly to make sure it's as trouble-free as possible before you get it. And then in addition to that, we go to the water with every boat as well, because there's certain things that we can only go over in the water. Propping, leaks at fittings, and that type of thing. And then we also go with many customers to the water to show you how to use your boat. That's just part of how we do business here at F&S. If you're not familiar with Xpress, they have, in my opinion, the best riding aluminum boat in the industry. If not the best, one of the best, and rival many fiberglass boats. It's amazing when you're out in this aluminum boat how well it rides and handles. And what makes that reputation is their hyperlift pad haul. So what that means is at the very back bottom of the boat, there's a pad. The pad's about 12 inches wide and about 2 feet long. So when you're going fast with the motor trimmed up, the other thing that's in the water is the pad. It makes the boat go faster and it makes it ride better because very little of the boat is in the water. And then along with the aggressive steps and reverse chines, that's these turn downs here on the end, they turn on a dime. You'll see videos where they just bank in real hard. A conventional aluminum boat will skip like a rock when you turn it. These will not. They will turn on a dime. And then they also are very stable as well with the width, 95-inch beam, and then those reverse chines I mentioned. 2-3 guys can walk to the edge and they rock very little. Also an example of their construction, here's a cutaway of the bottom of the boat. So what you're looking at there, the yellow sticker is the bottom of the boat. This is the floor. Cross channels throughout, and then foam is sprayed between the floor and the bottom of the boat. It makes for a very quiet boat. And then also gives us more storage because most of the flotation is in the floor, not taking up storage spots. And then also take note to the spray and liner. Every Xpress comes with spray and liner everywhere throughout the interior, including underneath every hatch and every lid. Just another little thing that makes them a quiet ride, and very rugged as well. Other upgrades, we got Seadeck floor covering. If you're not familiar with Seadeck, that's this floor covering right here. Basically, Seadeck has all the advantages of carpet with none of the disadvantages. Hooks don't snag in it. It dries very quickly, cleans very easily. It's rugged. And down the road, if you damage a panel, you can just replace a panel. And then in addition to that, we've got also cockpit down in the Seadeck, which is another upgrade on top of the standard Seadeck. Color of this boat is charcoal. I call it black. Xpress calls it charcoal. It's hard to tell here in the video, but it does have sparkles. I'm not saying the right word, but you know what I mean. It has like metal flake sparkles into it. Jumping in the boat. Lots of deck space on this baby. Tons of storage. The rod storage. The X21 logo and the Seadeck's pretty cool. Shocks on all the lids. Lots of storage. It goes all the way up to the front of the boat. Also with the center is the same. Goes all the way up. Lots of little touches like Seadeck pads here underneath the lids to make them quiet when you shut them. More storages, of course, all lockable. Retractable rod straps in the front deck. Another upgrade. Like I said, Minn Kota Ultrax 112 with iPilot. I think this boat looks really good with charcoal and gray Seadeck, black lines. Another upgrade, wet sound stereo system with 2 speakers. You can see the light there also as part of the light kit. Seadeck center seat pad, cooler underneath. At the dash, see all the switches for lights kit, recirc live well, the pump out, bilge. And then I also order every boat with an auto bilge. So you have the manual bilge and the auto bilge. So that's hardwired in case you get any water in the boat, it'll automatically pump it out. So your gauges, water pressure gauge, fuel gauge, tack, trim gauge. Behind the captain's seat is a live well with slam latches. Take note of the spray and liner, like I said, underneath every lid. In here is where the batteries are housed with a removable tray. And if you put SHO water anchors in, this is where the pumps would go. We do a lot of those as well between Minn Kota and Power Pole. We stock all the Power Pole blade, both sizes, and the Minn Kota Raptors as well. Lithium battery upgrades, lots of that. Very rear compartment is where the 40-gallon fuel tank is kept. Main switch for the boat. Do lots of C-Clear wiring harness upgrades as well. If you're not familiar with that, that's an aftermarket wiring harness that's dedicated for your electronics. Especially if you're doing live imaging, like Live Scope or Mega Live or whatnot, it makes a much clearer image. And helps with battery life too when you're doing lots of units. And then all the electronics are wired specifically just to that wiring harness. It's a big harness with a separate switch. This boat is currently for sale, but then we also we welcome special orders. We do a lot of special orders here at F&S. I make up info sheets to help you better understand, because it is very confusing and overwhelming, all the different packages and options. But I make these info sheets to help you better understand, and I'd be glad to send that to you. Hit me up first. You'll see our contact information at the bottom of the screen. Our website will have everything listed that we have here in stock, and also on order. And in addition to special orders, if we normally have boats already on order, and how that works, then you can reserve it. It'll shorten the lead time considerably. And then normally, as long as it's not too soon to actually being started in production, Xpress will let us make changes to them as well, if you have something else in mind. I appreciate you watching. Check our other videos on YouTube and our website, which is FSYamaha.com. Have a good day.